In 1990, a year marked by significant global events, the world watched in awe as a three-time heavyweight boxing legend, Muhammad Ali, known for his prowess in the ring and his larger-than-life personality, embarked on a remarkable mission despite opposition from the American government to meet Iraqi President Saddam Hussein. This unexpected encounter captivated global attention, sparking conversations and debates worldwide. Ali, a global icon, was not only celebrated for his athletic achievements, but also for his activism and humanitarian work, often using his fame to champion social causes. Hussein, on the other hand, was a controversial figure, known for his authoritarian rule and the numerous human rights abuses committed under his regime. He initiated several military conflicts, including the Iran-Iraq War, invasion of Kuwait and the Gulf War. These actions resulted in significant loss of life. Saddam is sometimes accused of a repressive government. His regime was notorious for its repressive tactics, including widespread surveillance, torture, and extrajudicial killings. Saddam's regime suppressed political opposition through a combination of violence, intimidation, and censorship. Freedom of speech and freedom of the press were severely curtailed, and political opponents were often executed or imprisoned. Human rights organizations documented numerous cases of human rights abuses committed by his government. He was widely condemned by the international community, yet maintained a firm grip on power in Iraq. The meeting between these two vastly different figures seemed improbable, a collision of worlds that left many questioning the motives and outcomes of such an encounter. Yet it occurred at a pivotal moment in history. The meeting took place against the backdrop of the Persian Gulf War, a conflict that would shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. Iraq had recently invaded Kuwait, an aggressive move that shocked the international community. This act sparked international outrage and led to a United States-led coalition against Iraq. Tensions were high, and the world watched closely, uncertain of what would happen next. People everywhere were glued to their televisions, anxiously awaiting updates. Leaders from around the globe convened to strategize and navigate the complexities of this conflict. The Persian Gulf War had far-reaching consequences, affecting not just the immediate region but also global political dynamics and future international relations. It destabilized the Middle East and had significant geopolitical implications. The war also led to a humanitarian crisis. Thousands of civilians were caught in the crossfire. Many more faced displacement and hardship. Sanctions were imposed on Iraq. Military intervention was debated. Amid this turmoil, Muhammad Ali decided to embark on a daring mission. Ali defied the odds by traveling to Iraq, where 15 Americans were held hostage by Saddam Hussein following Iraq's invasion of Kuwait in August 1990. Saddam took thousands of foreigners hostage even after the United Nations demanded Iraq's withdrawal from Kuwait. Saddam continued using 15 Americans as human shields, strategically placing them in buildings likely to be targeted by American airstrikes. Ali's journey to Baghdad was driven by a noble goal to promote peace in the volatile Gulf region in the aftermath of Iraq's invasion. However, President George Bush disapproved and criticized Ali. Ali understood that open communication was the key to resolving conflicts and fostering understanding. He often said that talking to your enemies was the first step towards peace. Ali's goal was clear: to secure the release of American hostages being held in Iraq. He knew the gravity of the situation and the potential risks involved, but his commitment to humanitarian causes outweighed his fears. He arrived on November 23, 1990, which was day 113 of the crisis. The Iraqis were well aware that Muhammad Ali, the world champion and globally acclaimed hero, had arrived in Baghdad. Everywhere he went, Ali was surrounded by crowds. People asked for his autograph and wanted to chat with him. Ali never turned anyone down. Meanwhile, the remaining hostages had no idea he was there. They only knew that war seemed inevitable. Ali had already been in Baghdad for a week. As Saddam kept him waiting, Ali spent his days visiting children in schools and praying in mosques. Ali hoped to appeal to Hussein's humanity and secure the hostages' freedom. Despite skepticism, Ali's meeting with Saddam on November 29, 1990, was open to the media. Ali patiently listened to Saddam's self-praise for treating the hostages well. Ali seized the moment to promise Saddam and that he'd bring America an honest account of Iraq. Ali secured the release of all 15 hostages. After their release, they were filmed entering Ali's modest hotel room, where he sat exhausted at the foot of his bed. One by one, the former hostages expressed their gratitude. Ali, humbled by their thanks, simply said, "They don't owe me anything." On December 2, 1990, Ali and the hostages departed from Baghdad. Hussein was aware of Ali's global influence and the potential benefits of engaging with such a revered figure. It was a chance to shift the narrative and possibly gain some diplomatic leverage. Facing international condemnation and isolation, Hussein saw a chance to improve his image. The meeting with Ali could be used to portray a more humane and reasonable side to his leadership. It was a calculated move in the complex game of international politics.